Hello everyone! Welcome back to Old Charles, your trusted channel where we dive deep into the fascinating world of coins, their history, and their value today. If you love coin collecting or just enjoy learning about the money we use every day, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss any of our future videos. Today, we're exploring the United States 2016 Jefferson nickel, also known as the 5-cent coin. At first glance, this coin might seem like just another modern piece of change in your pocket. But believe it or not, the 2016 Jefferson nickel has its own interesting story, and collectors are still keeping an eye out for certain conditions, errors, and rare varieties that can make this coin worth much more than face value. So let's get started. The Jefferson nickel has been a part of U.S. coinage since 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. The design features Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. For many decades, the front, or obverse, has displayed Jefferson's portrait, while the back, or reverse, features his famous home, Monticello, in Virginia. Over the years, there have been some design changes, but the 2016 nickel is part of the modern Jefferson nickel series that began in 2006. The obverse shows a forward-facing portrait of Jefferson, designed by Jamie Franke, while the reverse continues to show Monticello, designed by Felix Schlag, the original designer from 1938. The nickel is made of a composition of 75% copper and 25% nickel, weighs 5 grams, and has a diameter of 21.2 millimeters. In 2016, the Jefferson nickel was produced at 3 major U.S. mints *** Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark, ***, over 604 million nickels were struck. Denver Mint, D mint mark, ***, over 993 million nickels were struck. San Francisco Mint, S mint mark, proof coins, ***, around 1.3 million proof nickels were made for collectors. This means billions of 2016 nickels entered circulation, so most are still very common today. However, like many coins, condition and special errors are what make certain 2016 nickels valuable to collectors. Now let's talk about what you came here for, the value. Circulated 2016 nickels ** from Philadelphia or Denver are generally worth just 5 cents, their face value. Uncirculated coins ***, however, can sell for more. A high-grade mint state, MS65, 2016 nickel can fetch $1 to $3. In even higher grades, such as MS67, prices can climb up to $100 or more, depending on the market and rarity of the grade. ** from San Francisco with the S mint mark are more valuable. A regular proof coin is usually worth $2 to $5, while deep cameo or perfect PR70 examples can reach $30 to $50. The real treasures, though, are in error coins. Collectors pay a premium for nickels with minting mistakes. Some known errors for the 2016 nickel include coins not properly aligned during minting, which can be worth $50 to $200 depending on how dramatic the error is. Where the design elements accidentally appear on the opposite side of the coin, adding value. Rare, but highly collectible, potentially worth hundreds of dollars if certified by a grading company. Condition plays a huge role in coin collecting. Let's break it down. These coins show wear from everyday use, scratches, dullness, and flattened details. They usually have only face value unless they have an error. These coins look fresh, with sharp details and no wear. Graded on the Sheldon scale from MS60 to MS70, the higher the grade, the more valuable. Special collector coins with a mirror-like finish, made at the San Francisco Mint. These are the most sought after by serious collectors, especially in PR69 or PR70 grades. If you have a 2016 nickel, it's worth examining it closely. Check the mint mark, check for sharpness of details, and if it looks unusual, it might be an error coin. Always consider having potentially rare coins graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC to maximize their value. So, what's the takeaway? The 2016 Jefferson nickel may not be a rare coin for most people, but in high grades, proofs, and error varieties, its value can climb significantly. It's a great reminder that even modern coins can hold hidden treasures if you know what to look for. If you've got a handful of nickels lying around, don't overlook your 2016 pieces. You never know if you might have a high-grade or error example worth much more than 5 cents. The history of the Jefferson nickel is not only the story of a coin but also a reflection of America's identity, its politics, its economy, and even its art. The 5-cent piece as we know it today dates back to the Coinage Act of 1866 ***. Before that time, the United States actually had another 5-cent coin, called the half dime, which was made of silver. But after the Civil War, silver became too expensive, and the government decided to switch to a coin made of a copper-nickel alloy. This gave birth to the modern nickel, which was larger and sturdier. For decades, the U.S. Mint experimented with different designs. In 1913, the Buffalo nickel was introduced, featuring a Native American on the obverse and a bison on the reverse. It became one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history, but by the mid-1930s, it was due for a change. That's when the Jefferson nickel was born. In 1938, the U.S. Mint held a design competition to replace the Buffalo nickel. The requirements were clear. The obverse should feature President Thomas Jefferson, and the reverse should depict his Virginia home, Monticello. Out of nearly 400 designs submitted, the winning entry came from Felix Schlag, a German-American sculptor. Schlag's design became the face of the nickel for decades. Thomas Jefferson was chosen not only because of his role as the third president of the United States, but also because of his immense contributions to the country's founding principles. He was the principal author of the Declaration of Independence in 1776, served as vice president under John Adams, and later became president in 1801. Jefferson was also known for his vision of expanding democracy, promoting education, and supporting westward expansion. Monticello, the home on the reverse of the coin, symbolized Jefferson's lasting legacy as a thinker, writer, and innovator. The Jefferson nickel first appeared in circulation in October 1938, and except for some redesigns, it has been in continuous use ever since. One of the most famous periods for the nickel came during World War II. From 1942 to 1945, because nickel metal was needed for the war effort, the Mint produced special war nickels, using a mixture of silver, copper, and manganese. These coins are easy to spot because they carry a large mint mark over the Monticello dome. The design remained relatively unchanged until 2004 and 2005, when the U.S. Mint launched the Westward Journey Nickel series to commemorate the bicentennial of the Lewis and Clark expedition. These temporary designs celebrated exploration and discovery, with themes such as the keelboat, the American bison, and the ocean view. Finally, in 2006, the Jefferson nickel was given its current look. The obverse features a forward-facing portrait of Jefferson, designed by Jamie Franke, based on a Rembrandt Peale painting from 1800. This was a dramatic change, since Jefferson had always been shown in profile before. The reverse continued to display Monticello, but with updated details to improve clarity. By the time we get to the 2016 Jefferson nickel, the coin had been through nearly 80 years of history. Billions had been produced, making it one of the most common coins in America, but also one of the most beloved by collectors because of its long legacy, connection to Jefferson, and occasional rare varieties and errors. The 2016 issue itself carries no special anniversary, but it sits in the middle of the modern Jefferson series. It represents how the nickel has stood the test of time, surviving wars, economic changes, and redesigns, yet still serves the same basic purpose, a small but essential part of America's currency system. From the silver half-dimes of the early 1800s, to the Buffalo nickels of the early 20th century, to the Jefferson nickels we use today, the 5-cent coin tells a story of America's growth, innovation, and respect for its founding fathers. And every modern nickel, including the 2016 Jefferson, carries that history in your pocket. When it comes to coin collecting, condition is everything. Two coins that look almost identical to the untrained eye can have drastically different values, simply because of the tiny details in their condition. For the 2016 Jefferson nickel, this rule is no different. The condition of a coin refers to how much wear and tear it has received since leaving the mint. The less wear it has, the higher the grade, and the higher the grade, the more valuable the coin becomes. Collectors use a universal system called the Sheldon Coin Grading Scale, which ranges from poor, P1, to perfect mint state, MS 70, for regular strikes, and PR 70 for proof coins. Even though billions of 2016 nickels were minted, finding one in top condition is much harder than it sounds. Coins circulate through millions of hands, vending machines, and pockets, picking up scratches, nicks, and dull surfaces. That's why collectors pay premiums for coins that look untouched, as if they just rolled out of the mint. Most 2016 nickels that you'll encounter today are in circulated condition, meaning they've been used in daily transactions, and these grades, Jefferson's face and hairlines are worn down, and Monticello on the reverse might look flat and lack detail. These coins usually have only face value, *** 5 cents***, because they're so common. Here, more details of Jefferson's face remain, but there's still plenty of wear. Monticello might show some columns, but the steps are not sharp. Still only worth face value unless an error is present, and circulated condition. The 2016 nickel isn't rare at all, but it's still worth checking for errors like double dies or off-center strikes, which can greatly increase value. An uncirculated coin is one that has never been used in commerce. These coins can range from MS-60, with many marks and dull luster, to MS-70, which is considered a flawless coin. Coins in these grades are technically uncirculated but may have lots of bag marks, dull shine, or lack of eye appeal. They might be worth a small premium, around 10 to 25 cents. These are considered high-quality examples. The luster is strong, the details are sharp, and contact marks are fewer. A 2016 nickel in MS-65 can bring around $1 to $3. This is where serious collectors take notice. These coins are very scarce in circulation, with near-perfect strikes, minimal marks, and excellent luster. In MS-67, values can shoot up to $50 to $100 or more. Virtually flawless examples are incredibly rare. At MS-70, the coin must be perfect under 5x magnification, with no visible imperfections. Such coins are usually found in special mint sets or proof strikes. The 2016 nickel is common in lower mint state grades, but very few survive in MS-67 or higher, which is why those coins bring strong prices at auction. Proof coins are a special category altogether. These were struck at the San Francisco Mint with an S mint mark and were never intended for circulation. Instead, they were sold directly to collectors in proof sets. Proof coins are made using polished dies and specially prepared blanks, giving them a mirror-like background and sharp details. A Proof 65, PR65, 2016 S nickel might be worth $5, while a PR70 deep cameo can bring $30 to $50 or more depending on demand. Collectors particularly seek out examples with strong contrast between the frosted design and the mirror field. This is called cameo or deep cameo. Proof coins must be handled very carefully because even a tiny fingerprint or scratch can reduce their value dramatically. One of the most important aspects for Jefferson nickel collectors is the full steps designation, often abbreviated as FS. This refers to the steps on Monticello's front side on the reverse of the coin. When struck perfectly, all 6 steps should be visible and sharply separated. Many coins, even in mint state, do not have full steps because of weak striking pressure or worn dies. A 2016 nickel graded MS-65 FS can be worth far more than a regular MS-65. At higher levels like MS-67 FS, values can reach hundreds of dollars, because such coins are very rare. If you're searching through rolls of nickels or your pocket change, always look closely at Monticello's steps. It could make the difference between a coin worth a few cents and one worth serious money. Condition isn't just about how the coin left the mint, it's also about how it has been cared for over the years. To maintain a 2016 nickel in top condition, avoid cleaning it, as cleaning leaves scratches and lowers the grade. Store coins in protective holders, such as 2x2 cardboard flips, plastic capsules, or albums. Keep coins in a cool, dry place to prevent tarnish or corrosion. For proof coins, always handle them with cotton gloves to prevent fingerprints. Many coins lose value not because of circulation, but because collectors tried to clean them or stored them improperly. Preserving the coin's natural luster is crucial for maintaining value. Finally, for anyone who thinks they might have a high-grade 2016 nickel, it's worth sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company. A certified grade provides proof of authenticity, protects the coin in a sealed holder, and can dramatically increase resale value. And summary: the condition of the 2016 Jefferson nickel ranges from common circulated examples worth just face value, to high-grade mint state coins worth tens or even hundreds of dollars, especially with the full steps designation. Proof coins from San Francisco also hold collector appeal, especially in PR70 deep cameo condition. Remember, if you come across a 2016 nickel, don't just assume it's worth 5 cents. Its condition, grade, and details can make all the difference between pocket change and a collectible treasure.